Hello, everyone. I'm truly excited today. I've got a very inspiring lady with me. She's making news all over. She is a celebrity master chef, a global television personality, a philanthropist, and a restaurateur, and also making waves with being an acclaimed author. She's doing so much, and it's truly an honor and privilege to have her on this candid chat with me today. So we have the one and only master chef, Shipra Khanna with me. So welcome, Shipra, to the new episode. It's truly an honor and privilege to have you today with me on this chat. So to begin with, I'm going to straight get down to it. From your early struggles, to becoming a global culinary name, what's been the most defining moment of your journey?
Okay, firstly, thank you, Siddhant, for having me. I'm super excited for our chat today.
Right.
And it's really a very amazing question that you asked because, the most defining moment for me was, I was traveling for her share MasterChef just after winning MasterChef, okay? And I haven't really spoken about this. But then, I was in one of the states, I think it was Gujarat, and there was one lady who came to me after, like, behind stage after the whole event was done. And she was like, she had a journey like mine, and she was howling and crying. And she's like, I really. I'm stuck in a situation. I don't know what to do, and I really don't think I can get out of it.
Right.
And I felt her because the story was similar, and at that moment it actually define it was a defining moment for me because I just felt that all this hard work or all this that I was doing, it was just not for me, but for women who are
Mhm.
going through like their circumstances or struggles, and so I need to show them a life with courage, resilience, and that you can dream and you can
Mhm.
achieve your dream without changing who you are.
Right.
You can still achieve and be successful and still be very close to your roots. So
Right.
that was a really shaking moment for me as well because when you are in a situation you always feel you're the only one,
Right.
but the world is quite big and there are so many like you who are going through the same struggle.
True. There's a lot of stress, and no one talks about the hurdles and the hustle behind anything, but, did winning MasterChef, actually change your life, or did it reveal who you truly were?
Actually, a little bit of both, I would say, because it did change everything for me. Because that Shipra who was full of doubt and was waiting for validation, she had just overcome that, and at the same time, I think I found I got a lot of clarity. I got clarity of you know like my style of cooking, which was my forte, which is fusion food, and that time it did not exist, and then now you have like everybody doing fusion. And also about it was my style, it was about my voice and my purpose. So because I think success cannot be defined,
Right.
but when there's a purpose behind doing something that you're doing, that really changes the entire trajectory.
Right. When people say, I think also food is also a therapy, but when it comes to
Hmm.
personally, so is it more about the flavor or the emotion?
See, every dish I believe has a story.
Right.
So it is like a dish without a story is like, you're innovating but without tradition.
Right.
And it's like you have a body but it doesn't have a soul. So for me, emotion is number one because a dish without emotion or bringing that feeling of nostalgia or anything
Yeah.
within you is not it's just food on the plate.
Right.
You
And
know?
also, with the book, with World on My Plate, are you telling food stories or human stories?
World on My Plate, it's my new show which has come on Discovery Plus and
Mhm.
TLC,
Okay.
and it's a must watch Sunday 7 p.m.
Okay.
And it's a superb show because it's not just about the food on the plate, but it is about the feeling
Right.
how it's served.
Okay.
It's about tradition, it's about cultures, different cultures, because it's been all shot abroad.
Right.
And we have sure episodes from London and Europe, from Spain.
Okay.
And, it is about, like I said, it's about stories, it's about human stories, it's about connection, it's about history, culture, travel, a lot of travel hacks. So
Right.
it's a fun travel show, like a really fresh show, you
Right.
know.
Okay. Also, I want to know, what was that one moment, during your travels that truly changed you as a person?
You know, yeah, I was traveling in a remote village once, I remember, and we were shooting. And, I just shared a meal with a family. And it was just like a very remote village in Himachal. And like there was nothing luxurious. It was just a basic, simple meal with no frills.
Okay.
And that moment really made me feel that food can really be, it's about connection. It's about no sophistication, nothing. It
Right.
truly doesn't matter. It is just about connection.
Right. You've actually experienced cuisines all over the world, today. So, what actually, according to you, makes Indian food actually stand out globally?
Okay. So honestly, Indian food, I would say it's the depth and the diversity. Because Indian food, like when you say Indian cuisine, it's just not like one small thing.
Right.
It is about like micro cuisines, which has emotion, which has story, which has tradition, which has come down from generations.
Yeah.
And I think in today's scenario, when you have so much of food, like we were talking in Calcutta in India,
Mm.
so many in Bombay, so many restaurants are opening every now and then. And if you
Yeah.
see online, there's so many recipes and all that is happening. I think in today's world, and especially in restaurants, right? I think it's a beautiful balance of tradition and evolution.
Right.
So it's basically like telling your story, but you're also getting a chance to speak it in your own words.
Right. Okay. And first of all, kudos to you. Your new restaurant is highly anticipated. So I want to know, what experience are you trying to create, beyond just dining?
Okay, yeah. So my new restaurant, it's called White Tiger. It's
Okay.
opening in Liverpool in
Oh,
UK,
lovely.
and yeah, we are opening shortly.
Okay.
And super excited. I just want people to, when they walk in, right from the interiors to the music to the plating and to the whole ambience, I want them to feel every story, the storytelling behind every dish.
Right.
I want them to feel that, they have traveled. They've just not dined. Once they leave, they should feel like, oh, they've just experienced something really out of the blue.
Right.
And they walk out with that experience. That's what we're trying to do.
Lovely. Also, being an author, award-winning author, what is sometimes, words can express which foods cannot. So what would you like to say on that?
I think words can only articulate,
Right.
they can articulate your thoughts or context or controversies,
Yeah.
you know. But food is something that, like, in an instant, it makes you feel.
Right.
And when you sit down with that same feeling to write a cookbook,
Yeah.
I think you understand it better.
Right.
Yeah, you express it better, you understand it better.
Okay. After achieving so much, I'm sure you've set certain target and goals for yourself. If I see probably Shipra 5 years down the line, what is the vision which I see? What are you still trying to achieve, and what are the kind of targets you've set for yourself?
Yeah, yeah, like there's always a professional target and a personal target,
Right.
right? So you're talking about the personal one, I guess.
Yeah.
I think after, if you've seen my life,
Yeah.
and I think my purpose is to be, the voice for all those girls and women who've been suppressed or oppressed for years. I just want them to understand that they need to be financially independent, and that's like one of my core purposes that I speak out loud. That I want women to be self-sufficient. They can, been pushing the younger generation of just younger generation. I won't even say chefs that they should, come on social media. Even if they don't have anything, they feel that, how in our systems we always feel, oh, parents always feel they should be a doctor or an engineer.
Yeah.
Now times have changed. So I would always push the younger generation to do content. And now you see so many of them, just putting food out there. So I
Right.
think it is really important for me as my purpose to achieve that when, girls and women are self-reliant,
Right.
and they can, they don't depend on anyone else but themselves.
Right.
And what keeps me going is the curiosity. I love to learn, and I think world is really, really big, and there's so much to learn,
Yeah.
and it's never enough. So, and travels always tell you that, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, I couldn't agree more with you. Lovely. Also, I want to know, if the world had to actually understand you through one dish or a story, what would that be?
Okay, one dish. See, it would be a simple dish with lots of layers, and I would say unexpected yet comforting.
Right.
So, and why I would say this is because that's me.
Okay.
That's exactly me, like I am somebody who's deeply rooted, and at the same time, I'm evolving each
Right.
time. So it's kind of complicated, but it's a simple dish, I would say.
Okay. Lovely. Also, I want to know, today fitness, I think, is very important, when it comes to either mental fitness or physical fitness, and food obviously plays a huge part in the role. So, a lot of people, especially if I want to talk about the younger generation, and I like talking about the youth, which look up to us, as millennials, to inspire them. What is that one message which you'll want to talk to the viewers watching us today also, from your side, especially being a master chef? How can one control their diet also at the same time, do not totally give up on their cravings?
See, like everything else, I would say food is also mind over matter,
Right.
right? So you see, you must have heard this line, and it's quite cliched, like your body is your temple.
Yeah.
A lot of people say that, but in the real meaning of the sentence, it truly is. If you know the science behind the body, like how it works, and if you understand your body, you would really make sure that you're not having that really unhealthy meal which you're
Mhm.
stuffing yourself with because it's so delicious,
Right.
and it's giving you all the satisfaction, all your satisfying all your cravings and all, but I mean, what good is it doing to your body?
Right.
I mean, the whatever you put inside you,
Yeah.
like if you don't have fuel, if you don't have the right fuel in the body, and more so today because we have gone through a lot. We've gone through a pandemic. We are going through so much otherwise.
Yeah.
And I think people have started valuing health. And that is why, I was doing health content like since 14 years or 12 years, a decade back. And I mean, that time it wasn't really appreciated. And now suddenly everybody is doing health content.
Right.
But
Right.
it is so important to see because a healthy mind, a healthy body can only think healthy or have the longevity of life. What do you mean by good food? Good food is not something that you eat and you go off to sleep
Yeah.
like for 3 hours. That's not good food, that's indulgent.
Right.
Good food is the food that you put inside your body and it just wakes you up and gives you all the rush to do the next job or the next task. If you don't have that, then you're complacent in
Mm.
any case, right? And I think where's the motivation? It needs to come from food.
Yeah.
And see, listen, they say that, there was one of I just met a very renowned health expert, and she was like, and I've also read it in one of the books that sugar is something, because I follow Ayurveda, I've done a lot of research. Sugar is something that's not required by our body.
Okay.
It's just an acquired taste, right?
Right.
I want dessert. It's with me also. I want my
Right.
third course to be dessert,
Right.
every meal. But listen, you can have like the entire slice of cake, or you can just have that one bite of cake. It's
Exactly.
completely up to you. How do you
Exactly.
want to crave how do you want to satisfy your cravings?
Right.
It's
Right.
completely up to you.
Yeah, I
When
couldn't.
you know that you have, and I'm not saying it's wrong to have that entire slice of cake.
Right.
Please go ahead and have it, because my funda of fitness is not like, depriving yourself of food or something that you crave for, but rather it is you eat that and you burn it out.
Yeah.
So are you ready to burn it out? You know how
Yeah.
long does that take to burn it out? Must be like over 500 calories. So when
Right.
you burn out that many calories that you consume, it's simple.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
that difficult. But yeah, it's about focus.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more because I also I had type 2 diabetes and I reversed it through different methods and started in changing ingredients with my kind, not killing my cravings but always changing the ingredients what I'm consuming. So I can
Wow, that's
so yeah, yeah, and that also made me start my own health snack brand, and also I became an author writing about my transformation journey. So
hmm,
that
that's amazing. Yeah.
yeah, because
Wow.
but in the same thing, I think even motivation, motivation and the fact that you want to change for the better version of yourself is also important, I feel, as to
I
just add
think,
to that.
you have to be self-motivated. Here, you
Yeah.
can't be sitting and waiting for motivation to come because, otherwise, there's no life without motivation. An unmotivated life is a life not well lived,
No, that's why when a lot of people
right?
who ask me, questions that, how did you do it? I said that when you go to dietitians also, are you following to the T or you're just blaming the dietitian that it's not working out? Your diets don't work out, but how many people are following it to the T and actually doing that? It's also about the willpower and the consistency, which is also very important. So I feel that also is played a big part in terms
Absolutely.
of
Yeah. I
manifesting
think
everything.
your commitment to yourself is number one
Yeah,
in everything.
right.
The day you say, like, you put a stop to something,
Yeah,
it should mean a stop. And the moment you say now enough, whichever direction,
yeah.
it has to be. So your commitment to yourself is like the most important thing. You have to live up to it.
Right. So now that comes to a fun segment. I'm just going to ask you stuff. It's called the rapid fire round with SDJ. It's going to be quick questions from me to just to get to know you more personally and your likes, to know
Okay.
you. So the first one is going to be your go-to food.
My go-to food is dal and rice with a dollop of ghee. I
Okay.
love it.
Okay. Are you a lunch or a dinner person?
Lunch.
Okay. What is that one dish which you make really well? Which is that
That's a
something which,
difficult one.
yeah, but one of
I
your
think I make
favorites,
everything well.
yeah, but one of your favorites.
I think like I bake well, like
Okay.
a cake. You can say any cake. Yeah, my father really likes plain, just like a plain vanilla cake. I think I bake it well. Yeah.
Okay. If you had to curate a meal for any of the Bollywood celebrities today, who would it be?
Oh, okay. I mean, anyone who's I've actually done that for a show of mine. It's called Star Trek,
Okay.
and I cooked for a lot of Bollywood actors and actresses. You
Okay.
can check it out online now.
Okay.
And yeah, I would cook something my style, like healthy infusion.
Right.
But for who, I mean, I would cook it for Dhurandhar, yeah,
Right.
for Ranveer Singh, yeah. I did. I mean, I did. I had that. He was on my Star Trek also, he and
Okay.
Alia.
Okay.
But that time, yeah. I mean, now his movie is like a super hit, so why
Yeah.
not? For
Okay.
him and Akshay Khanna, both.
Okay. If you were given one superpower, for a day, what would it be
Yeah.
and how would you use it?
It would be like feed the entire world with something really nutritional. I would
Right.
do that. In one day, yeah, I would want that.
Okay. And women empowerment to you is?
Is women helping other women, lifting other women. That's women empowerment.
Okay. And your go-to motto, my final rapid fire round question.
My go to motto is that, like I said, all women, girls should be financially independent. They
Right.
should have a voice, and only then they can have a voice of their own.
Right. So that comes to the end of the episode. This was such a fun chat with you, Shipra, truly to know you more personally and all the lovely things you're doing. Wishing you all the very best for all your future endeavors and hope to see you on the other side really soon. And
Thank you so
yeah,
much,
thank you so much
Siddhant.
for the
Thank you.
time. It's truly a pleasure to have you today.
Likewise. Thank you. Bye.